right, super excited. Headed out to the mountains. It is about 6:30 or so. A little bit cold, but looking forward to heading out. So when we first got there, it was still dark. There was ice on the ground, but after a little bit of riding, we ran into this gorgeous sunrise and started our climb. That sunrise was really a great highlight. It was about 30 degrees when we first got there, and it later warmed up a little bit to about 33, 34 degrees, but we were excited to be out and about on our bikes. From there, we stopped to take a look at the map and the available routes and noticed a couple of interesting things listed. The mountains were covered in snow. They were gorgeous and really enjoyed this time outdoors. It was February 6th. So of course it was still pretty chilly outside. A couple of the trails were actually closed off because it had previously been raining. And they don't want you riding on any of these trails because if not, you could actually ruin them by indenting and making some large marks on there. We ran into a couple of sections that were closed off, actually chained off, and had to turn around and go a different way. But one thing we noticed was on one of these trails, they had old artillery shells that could still be in the area, so definitely had to stay on the trail. Passed a couple of rivers, and truly the sights were gorgeous everywhere we went. Most of what is recorded is uphill, but I'll definitely get working on getting you some more downhill shots so you can see what it's like. We were having some great conversations and ended up taking a couple of extra turns and actually ended up going further than we had thought. So we decided to go ahead and check out a local bike park that had recently been added to Boise. It has all kinds of jumps, gaps, tables, whale tails, in addition to having beginner trails, intermediate trails, and even expert trails. There was nobody out there because we started our journey really early in the morning, so normally this place is completely packed. We also had just finished up riding around 9 miles or so at this point, so we were pretty exhausted. We didn't want to go too hard riding on these jumps or gaps. When we arrived back at the car, we had ridden about 11 miles, and it sure was an awesome time together. Wow, that was seriously such a blast. It was 30 degrees, I think, or 31 when we started this morning, and it was still dark. We kind of started riding in the dark and really had a nice time. Loving this hitch rack so far. It's been great. See you in the next one.